Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. It's high proof and medium age whiskey tonight. That's right, it's Booker's time! We got the brand new batch, the first one for 2022. Let's take a look at the bottle. There it is, Ronnie's Batch 2022-01, delivered here in late June to Pennsylvania. Kind of late for the first batch of Booker's to come out. This one comes in at 124.3 proof, compute 62.15% alcohol by volume. And what's really special about this one, besides being the first one of 2022, it's nearly 7 years old. It has been years and years since Booker's released nearly a 7-year bourbon. They've always said between 6 and 8, but I mean, quite frankly, they've all been rated that below 6.5 rank for quite some time. This one is 6 years, 11 months, and 22 days. What's that, like 8 days, 7 days short of 7 years old. So a little bit older. That's good to see. That is good to see. Still comes in the wooden box with the cover. Love these for storing my corks. Thank God it came out too, because my other one's almost full. I needed a second one. Look at that. All those corks is hardly any room left in the old one here that I got. So we're not going to go through all the special facts here about this, because frankly, not too many people care. People may buy this for the story, and that's all well and good, but what's important, and it'll be on the screen, is where this bourbon comes from. 48% of it comes from Warehouse Z, the 5th floor of a 7-story. So actually, I'm not even going to read all of them either. But what I'm going to tell you is that none of this comes from the top floor. It's all like, mainly, most of it comes from floor 5 of 7 in their various warehouses. And one comes from the 4th floor of a 9-story warehouse. So it's not top and it's not bottom. It's like right in the middle of the warehouse. Alright, without further ado, let's give it a swirl. Ooh, baby. Unmistakably Booker's / Jim Beam on the profile on the nose, right off the nose. It is just brown sugar, caramel oak. I could mistake this for Knob Creek. I mean, it's all Jim Beam, but I could mistake this for Knob Creek right off the nose. I'm not getting like a ton of ethanol here. I mean, there's some, but it doesn't. At 124 proof, this is like a Knob Creek, 6-year or 7-year single barrel, right? There is a lot of vanilla, caramel, brown sugars really floating through here, with some slight oak notes in the back. Let's take a sip. Wow, that is straight crushable brown sugar caramel candy. It's fairly sweet. It drinks probably 115-ish in there. It does not drink 124. Just like caramel, brown sugar, a little bit of oak, a little bit of vanilla up front. It's pretty well balanced. A lot of good flavors in this, I will say. This is a good batch, I'm not going to lie. Now I'm starting to get just a hints of red fruit. Perhaps like a cola note on the nose, coming back the second time. Let's take one more sip. Very good. Got that little bit of red fruit cola up front, And then again, just the caramel, the cinnamon, brown sugar. There's a lot of like brown desserty spices in there. Delicious. Look, we all know Booker's is tough because of the price point. It's around $100, give or take 10 in your area. This is a decent one. If you like the Booker's profile and you're looking for it, I would say get it. I really would. Now, this wouldn't be Bourbon Bill if we didn't compare it to the one I have from last year. So the only one I got last year, 2021-02 Tagalong Batch. This one was 6 years, 5 months, and exactly 0 days. So not quite 6.5 years old, meaning our 2022 Ronnie's Batch over there would be a little bit more than half a year older. Also, this one comes in at 127.9, so call it 128 proof, 4 proof points higher. I've enjoyed this one. It was the only one I got last year. I don't know that I really even had the opportunity to get -03 or -04. These used to sit on shelves here in PA quite a bit, but honestly, they kind of fly right off the shelf if they come in. So my wife did pour these two blind for me, so let me grab those glasses, and we'll see which one we like better. Alright, the green and blues. The green and blues. Alright, we'll start with blue. Very similar to what I was just smelling. Got vanilla, caramel, brown sugar, hint of red fruit up the front. Let's take a sip. That is just, believe it or not, easy drinking now that I had a few sips. And delicious. What we talked about. Just that caramel, brown sugar, oak, a little bit of red fruit up front. Delicious. I think that might be the 2022 Ronnie's Batch. Alright, up next, the green. Give it a swirl here. Oh, we got a little bit of a different nose here. This is a little bit darker on the caramel. It's like burnt caramel, less on the brown sugar, more on the caramels. And perhaps a stronger, like, plum note on here. There's like a dark fruit, not necessarily a red fruit. There's like a dark fruit note and a darker caramel on the nose on this. Let's take a sip. Wow, it's very good. Definitely hotter. That drink's about 125. You get kind of that dark fruit, that darker caramel. Man, these are really... I'm torn which one I like more. I'm going to go back to these off the camera here. Alright, we're back. I'm going to pick the green glass because it's a little bit darker caramel and there's a little bit darker fruit and the heat's a little bit longer. I think it's going to actually be the Tagalong Batch from last year. But let me get the answer key and find out. Alright, I got the old trusty answer key here. Winning in the green glass is the Tagalong Batch from last year. This was a really good one from last year. Unfortunately, I didn't get the other ones to compare them to. So, if you have a different one from last year, I'm sorry. Compared to the new Ronnie's Batch, though, these are a little bit different. This is sweeter for sure. Ronnie's Batch is sweeter. It's got a little bit of red fruit, and then just like it's all caramel and brown sugar, and it's crushable. This is almost crushable for how high proof it is at 124. This brings the heat more, but gives a little bit darker fruit, along with a little bit richer caramel. So if you like what we saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more. Have a great evening, everybody.